Hi, we are going to make homemade red currant wine. You have red currant in Europe, Asia and North America, and an established bush can produce between 3 and 4 kilos of berries from mid to late summer, and 3 to 10 berries on each raceme. And when you pick them, you don't have to pick one on one berry, you can just pick the whole raceme or stem. Your first quality control is when you pick the berries. If you see some berries that do not look good, don't put them in the bucket. You can start the winemaking process with the berries on the stem, but it's a great second quality control to pick the berries off the stem and put them in a bowl. And as you can see here, we can never be too careful, because even though we try not to pick bad berries, they'll usually always be there. Another way to clean the berries is, if you see that all the berries are okay, use a fork. You don't have to start the winemaking process the same day as you pick the berries. Sometimes you'll find out that can become very stressful. A good thing to do is just freeze the berries until you have either picked enough and you're ready for the next step. Freezing the berries has its advantages and disadvantages, which we will come back to in our next video when we start the winemaking process itself. You can have the berries in the refrigerator if you don't get them in the freezer the same day, but I advise you to only keep them there for a day and not any longer. Use freezing bags and approximately 1 kilo per bag. If you have the chance, try for the exact kilo per bag. And a good thing about the measurement is, if you have more berries than the winemaking needs, you have measurements for what is needed for making juice or jam. And freezing bags are good to use because they are see-through or transparent, and you can easily see what type of berries are inside and if they have been damaged before use. We can use different types of scales. We have a really old type of scale, we have a newer type of scale, but what I have found out is a very good scale to use is the type of scale you use for suitcases. And what we do is we put the berries inside a little bag. And we use this scale. And as you see here, we could actually put a few more berries inside. This was the first video and maybe the most boring, but you do actually have to pick the berries. Now what you can do is you can wash the berries before you put them in the freezer, but I'm going to wash them after I take them out of the freezer when we start our next video. The jars you will need when you get started with the winemaking itself will be in different sizes. But it is important to know that you need 3 kilos of red currant berries for 10 liters of red currant wine. And if you want 20 liters of red currant wine, you will need 6 kilos of red currant berries. And in our next video, we will start the winemaking process itself. And that video will be ready in 1 month, and we will be making 25 liters of red currant wine. I'll see you then.